Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshun Militang Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In this initiation ceremony, individuals are shaping their destiny. After many births and deaths in many species of life, on many different planets, in many different universes, now these candidates for initiation are taking shelter of Krishna as his holy name. Krishna's name is non-different from him. The more we act with that understanding, the more the depth of our realization in chanting Hare Krishna increases. So much so that Srila Prabhupada writes in one purport in Chaitanya Charitamrita that if even a neophyte understands that Krishna is non-different from his name, even that neophyte is classified as a pure devotee. Of course, there are varying degrees of intensity of being a pure devotee. But the point is, this is how important chanting Hare Krishna is. In the 7th chapter of Adi Lila, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Chaitanya explains that simply by chanting Hare Krishna, you can attain freedom from material existence. But that is not the main benefit of chanting Hare Krishna. He goes on to explain the prime result. Simply by chanting Hare Krishna, you can attain the lotus feet of Krishna. The lotus feet of Krishna means service. So after countless attempts to try and be the master and the enjoyer of the material world, someone decides to return to Krishna. So these candidates have prepared themselves. What you're seeing here is the product. This initiation ceremony is the product of community development. A whole supportive community designed and managed for ferrying persons across the ocean of repeated birth and death. So it's not an ordinary community. There are not ordinary dynamics. As Srila Prabhupada declared here in Melbourne, the peak potential of bhakti, he established that if whatever you do is simply for the pleasure of Krishna, then you're participating in a temple that is not in Melbourne, it's Vaikuntha. And then he further elaborated, it's Vrindavan. So that's the peak potential of engaging in service to Nam Prabhu, Krishna as his name. These participants have undergone preparation, as we said. They've been tested in terms of, do they have staying power? Have they evidenced their staying power over a sufficient period of time? Just like when Narada Muni was approached by Dhruva Maharaj. Narada Muni tested Dhruva. How eager are you, really, to find Krishna? You're just a young boy. Why are you taking the insults of your stepmother so seriously? Why don't you go back home? But Dhruva convinced Narada Muni that he is determined. And we have our process for accepting initiation. You show that you have determination. Now, as I often point out, Lord Chaitanya explains in Chaitanya Charitamrita that as soon as the tongue touches the holy name, there's an effect. The holy name doesn't wait for initiation, but the initiation strengthens your ties to the holy name. And you're showing Krishna that you're declaring your number one career is chanting Hare Krishna. Whether you are an engineer, chemist, IT, whatever, finance, that's not your main career. Your main career is chanting Hare Krishna and begging the holy name for increased affection. First there must be reverence, and then there's affection. So chanting Hare Krishna, you can say, occurs in two general categories. First is the therapeutic stage, in which you chant Hare Krishna because you've been ordered to do so. Lord Chaitanya indicated this in his talks to Prakashananda Saraswati in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Because my spiritual master ordered me to chant Hare Krishna. Guru more mukkadeki karilo sasan. My guru told me I'm a fool and I should just chant Hare Krishna. So I did. And then what happened? All these symptoms came over me. Symptoms of ecstasy. So, as a proper disciple, Lord Chaitanya said, he presented the results to his guru. I followed what you said, I chanted Hare Krishna, now I'm just become a madman in ecstasy. And the guru told him, very well done. The spiritual master is happy to see the disciples advance, just like a parent with children is happy to see the children grow and talk and start to become more and more competent. So again, this initiation ceremony is granting formal entrance into the academy of chanting Hare Krishna. And this is our number one career. You attract Krishna's attention by formally presenting yourself that I'm promising. Someone with integrity, someone with honor will always keep the promise. Of course, in Vedic culture, if you make a promise, and even if it turns out to be not in your favor, you still keep it. But we're not living in Vedic culture, and unfortunately, we may think our promises are dependent on time. I know I promised, but that was some years ago, and circumstances have changed. This is not real honor. This is not real integrity. We want to be chanters of Hare Krishna through thick and thin. And we pray to Krishna for the dedication and determination to cling to the Hare Krishna mantra. That is our shelter. That's Krishna giving himself to us. Narada Muni initiated Dhruva Maharaj into the mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. There's a different yuga, such a yuga. We get the essence of all mantras. Mantra sar in the Hare Krishna mantra, which is the mantra prescribed especially for Kali Yuga. It's not that in other yugas the Hare Krishna mantra doesn't exist. It's there, but in the age of Kali, the Hare Krishna mantra is especially prescribed. As Shukadeva Goswami explains to Parikshit Maharaj in the 12th canto, Kalaya dosha nide rajan asti heko mahanguna. In this age of Kali, the age of Kali is like an ocean of faults. It is an ocean of faults. If you go down to the beach here and try to count the waves, you'll never get to the end. Similarly, you'll never be able to get to the end of the faults of Kali Yuga. And in that dosha nidhi, in that ocean of faults, there's only one good thing. So if you're looking for something else that's good, you're wasting your time. There's only one good thing. Kirtanadeva Krishnasya mukta sangha param bhajan. Simply by chanting Hare Krishna, you can go back to Godhead. Another purport in Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada, in explaining the glories of the holy name, says, everyone should take advantage of the fact that you can easily go back to Godhead by chanting Hare Krishna in this age of Kali. And as you know, Bhagavatam teaches great saints and sages worship Kali Yuga. With all the economic, political, psychological, social mess, which has only just begun, how can anyone worship Kali Yuga? But yes, the great rishis, sadhus worship Kali Yuga because in this age of Kali, you can easily go back to Godhead just by chanting Hare Krishna. And to support the chanting of Hare Krishna, we have so many activities. The chanting feeds into service with all the other aspects of our life. And when all the other aspects of our life are dovetailed with service, that feeds into our chanting. And the chanting feeds into more activities in pleasing Krishna. So in this way, your bhakti life becomes the everything for you. And that is the perfection of life. When your bhakti life has become the everything. Sometimes we are afraid, what will happen if I just make my whole life Krishna conscious, full of Krishna conscious activities? What will happen to me? But just see how we readily give ourselves to Maya. Oh, yes. My work life, my property investments, my social respectability. Yes, I give myself to that completely. But Krishna, you have to be careful. So these candidates for initiation, again, are the product of spiritual community development. And we hope that they, in turn, will pass on the mercy they've received. We hope that they'll pass that on to others so that the community expands and expands exponentially. And we have one taking second initiation. We want real brahmanas, not just string wearers. I'm always very happy to hear how at the Melbourne Temple the deity worship is so significantly performed by members of the congregation. So many temples in the world, unfortunately, for their deity worship, they depend on imports. Oh no, what do we gotta get? We gotta get 10 pujaris from India. But here, for the most part, your pujaris are locals. They're from the community, devotees who want to serve the deity, archana. That's very wonderful. So we expect that those taking second initiation are dedicated to Brahmana activities, studying the Vedic knowledge, teaching others the Vedic knowledge, worshiping the deity, teaching others to worship the deity, and giving and receiving charity. And the greatest charity to give and to receive is Krishna. So we ask you all to give your blessings to these candidates for first and second initiation. And we thank the Melbourne Mahaprabhu leadership team, headed by Aniruddha Prabhu and Achintarupa Devi. You can see the effects of genuine spiritual life. And that's what attracts people. This is not just a show of rituals, not just a show of birth, but a show of activities dedicated to Krishna. Everyone can see the result. So now we'll call up the candidates for first initiation. Shrikant. Please say pranam mantras out loud. You can. Out loud, please. One more. All right. I don't know the second one also. What are the 4 rules?
No meditating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, and chant minimum 16 rounds.
Every day.
Every day.
Shrikant started at the Bhakti-yoga Manor, yes? But he told me yesterday, when he moved to Melbourne, he never intended to develop in bhakti as he's done. He never intended that. He was going to the manor in London, well, because one friend brought him there. So just going through the motions. But here in Melbourne, his internal spiritual life blossomed. So now your new name is Brahma Vimohan Das. You know Brahma Vimohan Leela? Bewilderment of Lord Brahma. There you are. You can read that chapter in Krishna book, and also it's the last chapter that Srila Prabhupada gave us in 10th canto before his departure, chapter 13 in the 10th canto, Brahma Vimohan Leela. So you are Brahma Vimohan, the bewilderment of Lord Brahma. It's so significant. So when you read the chapter again, you'll see why. Brahma Vimohan Das. Hare Krishna. Jade Prabhu. Ablaze with saffron. So I was discussing with Jade yesterday how the Brahmacharya ashram is the best training place for those who are looking ahead to household life in the future, as well as for those who are wanting a life of simplicity and lack of complexity. We'll put it that way. Brahmacharya ashram, I'm sure you'll all agree, is also a cheaper ashram. So he's chosen to spend some time, significant time, in the Brahmacharya ashram. He's already been for several years. And now he's taking his spiritual birth today. What are the 4 rules?
No illicit sex, no intoxication, no gambling, and no meat eating.
And what to do every day?
Chant minimum 16 rounds of Maha Mantra every day.
Very good. Your name now is Rasikendra Das. Hare Krishna. Rasikendra is the name for Krishna, who is the summit of all rasas. Purushottam. Purushottam Prabhu and his wife are both taking initiation today, showing the way for Krishna conscious family life. What are the 4 rules?
No meat eating, no outside marriage life, no intoxication, no gambling, and regularly 16 rounds of chanting every day.
Very good. Your new name is Mahadivya Das. Mahadivya, extremely spiritual. He's the servant of that. Extremely divine. That is Krishna. Exceedingly spiritual. Hare Krishna. Rajani. Trying to hear. All right, you're soft-spoken. You're always soft-spoken at home also? Don't answer. What are the 4 rules?
No meat eating, no illicit sex, no intoxication, no gambling.
And what to do every day?
16 rounds minimum every day.
Your new name is Ati Divya. Ati Divya refers to Krishna's internal potency, especially as personified by Srimati Radharani. Ati Divya also exceedingly, extremely spiritual. So now we have a very spiritual family. The Divyas. Vikram. What are the 4 rules?
No meditating, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex.
And what to do every day?
Minimum 16 rounds.
Your new name is Rudra Gita. The Rudra Gita is in the 4th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. The chapter title is The Song Sung by Lord Shiva. So you want to see the Rudra Gita, you look in the 4th canto. Hare Krishna. Aruna Sri. Put it in the bag. What are the 4 rules?
No meat eating, including fish and eggs, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling.
And what to do every day?
Minimum 16 rounds of chanting every day without any failure.
Your name is Veera Mohini. Veera Mohini is a name for Rukmini. What happened when Rukmini was supposed to marry Shishupal and she left? She first went to the Durga temple, as was her family tradition, but she simply had Krishna on her mind. And she left the Durga temple and was proceeding, wondering when Krishna is going to kidnap her. But first, all the warriors and princes and enemies of Krishna were waiting. And when they saw her, what did these powerful warriors, Veera, very chivalrous, what did they do? They fell off their horses, overwhelmed by lust, looking at Rukmini. She was so beautiful that these most powerful, chivalrous warriors collapsed off their horses onto the ground. And then Krishna took Rukmini on his chariot. And finally the warriors were able to, they were struggling to pick themselves off the ground. Stop him, let us do something. And then what did Krishna do? Did he race away on the chariot? No, he drove away very slowly. What are you going to do about this? So that is why Rukmini is known as Veera Mohini. She bewilders with her beauty even the greatest warriors. So you are Veera Mohini Devi Dasi. Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Om. Sana bhavatu, sano bhunaktu, sahaveryam karvamahe, tejasvinavadikramastu ma vrikvishamahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Punantu Mahadeva Janaha, Punantu Manasadhiyaha, Punantu Vishwa Bhutani Jata Veda Punihima. Om Asya Karmana Punyaham Bhavantu Bhavantu. Om Punyaham, Om Punyaham, Om Punyaham. Om Udgadeva Shakune Samagayasi Brahma Putra Sabhane Samsasi Visheva Vajesi Shumati Ramitya Sarvato Nashakune Bhadramavada Vishvato Nashakune Punyamavada. Om Asya Karmana Swasti Bhavantu Bhavantu. Ayushmate Swasti. Om Swasti. Om Swasti. Om Swasti. Om Swasti na Indro Vrithashava. Swasti na Pusha Vishwaveda. Swasti na Staraksho Arishtari. Swasti na Urpihaspati Dadhatu. Om Asya Karmana Riddhim Bhavantu Bhavantu. Om Ridhyatam, Om Ridhyatam, Om Ridhyatam. Om Ridhyamastomam Shamyamamajamano Mantham Sarthi Gopayatam Yashona Bhakvam Manugoshvantara Bhutam Sho Ashvino Kama Abraha. Om Swasti no Govinda. Om Swasti no Govinda. Om Swasti no Vasudeva Vishnu Dadhatu. Om Swasti no Narayana Garuvai. Om Swasti no Araya Purushotamo Dadhatu. Om Swasti no Vishwaseno Vishveshwaraha. Om Swasti no Vedadev Hari. Om Swasti no Anjanapito Gurubhagavato Dadhatu. Swasti Swasti Sumangale Kesho Maharshi Krishna Satchidananda Sarveshwareshwaro Dadhatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Govinda Govinda Govinda. Om Tatsadaya Brahmano Vidya Varare Shri Veda Prahakare Vaivasataya Manare Ashtavishi Shri Krishna Brahmano Vishnu Vartamanaya Ashtavishi Vaishnav Gaurabdi Dakshinayane Janadariko Vartanapamase Krishna Pakshi Kanyarashi Stite Bhaskare Vardashikito Ravivarayitaya Samyutaya Om
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol. Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol. Jai Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Jai Radha Ballabha, Sri Radhe. Jai Radha Ballabha, Sri Radhe. Jai Radha Ballabha, Sri Radhe. Go Premanande. Jai Vishabam Zabadalaj Sto Desa Sisi Marisi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jai Vishabam Zabadalaj Sto Desa Sisi Bhakti Siddhanta Sajina Ko Prabhupada Ki. Nitai Go Premanande.